Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a question and answer video, and I think back last year I put a video up saying if you had any questions to ask me then leave them below, and I got tons and tons of questions and I never got round to filming it. So today I thought I'd sit down and chat to you guys. There's quite a lot of questions to get through, so I'm probably going to start in a second, but thank you everyone that asked me a question, and if I don't cover your question, leave it down in the comment comment box down below and I will try my best to reply to you. Also, I'm not going to say who asked who because we'll be here forever, and a lot of the questions were very repetitive, like a lot of people asked the same sort of questions, so if I don't say your name it's because it's been asked already. So yeah, let's get into it. The first question, I'm reading off my laptop, so I'm really sorry if I'm not looking into the camera. Can you hear that police car or ambulance? First question, do you ever do messy play with Ellie? If so, what different activities do you do and which are Ellie's favourite? Now, for a long time Ellie used to hate getting messy, and she still is a bit funny about that. She doesn't like anything sticky or anything really on her hands. So the number one things we do are Play-Doh. She absolutely loves Play-Doh, and it still is a bit of messy play because it does get messy, and she really enjoys painting, colouring. Even I give her special like washable felt tips as well, and she's brilliant with them. But apart from that, that is pretty much all we do until she's a bit more comfortable with it. Are there any baby buys you regret buying or that you didn't really need or use? Now, I know everyone's different and every baby's different, but my number one baby buy regret was the swing. Ellie just really didn't settle in it. She hated it. It never soothed her, it never made her go to sleep. She just always wanted to be held. I think that was the issue, but it might be different for the next baby. The next baby might love a swing, but personally Ellie hated it. Also, one of them bathtubs where you actually, it's like a mini bathtub, and I got this from Mothercare, and it's okay, but the thing about them bathtubs is when you have a newborn baby, it's really important that you have like a spare hand free so you can wash them, and I just found it really awkward when I was on my own bathing Ellie in it. So I prefer the little seats. You can get like little fabric seats that they sit in, and then you have both hands to wash them. So I do regret buying the bathtub. What was Ellie's name going to be if she was a boy? I really love the name Harry for a boy. I don't know what it is, but when I was pregnant I really thought we were going to have a boy, so I had the name Harry in mind, and I do still love that name, so it might be our future son's name, but you never know, it could all change. I have a 10-week-old little girl and I find it really hard going out. What do you do to plan your day? Now, a lot of the time we do stay at home because I'm forever sorting out things at home and doing the washing. Especially when Ellie was a newborn, I used to find it really hard to get out of the house. But especially in the summer, when it comes to summer, I was determined to go out, whether it was to the park or to the shops. When summer comes, it kind of gives you the urge to go out, but in the winter we kind of hibernate and we don't go out so much. But if you do feel like you are always at home and it's the same routine and you find it really hard to get out, then, you know, as soon as you get up with your routine, start getting ready, and once you're ready for the day, then you'll feel like, oh, I can go out. But if you stay in your pajamas all day, then you won't want to go out. So that is my piece of advice. Someone asked, do you plan on going to college one day when Ellie's a bit older, or go back to work with your dad? What is your dream career? I did go to college as soon as I finished school. I'd done an NVQ2 in administration, and then I went straight on to work with my dad and was working ever since I had Ellie. I'm actually currently still working with my dad. I do a bit of part-time from home. I'm very lucky with like work that I can actually work from home and I don't have to travel or anything. So I think one of the questions was, what did you do? So I'm going to get into that a bit later on. But yeah, I do work a couple days a week with my dad. What's your dream career? I always wanted to have my own B&B or a wedding planner. I absolutely love throwing parties or events. I love planning for things that are coming up, and now that obviously I'm getting married, I just absolutely love wedding planning. It is very stressful, but I absolutely love it. So I always wanted to be either a wedding planner or a kind of like something to do with events, or I wanted to own my own B&B. What was your job before you got pregnant and became a stay-at-home mum? So as I said previously, I was working with my dad. I went straight from school onto work, and what my dad does is he is a trader. He buys and sells stock, and he works with many liquidators. So if a company went into administration, my dad would buy all the stock and he sells it down markets on eBay, which I do for him. I list all the items on eBay, and he is pretty high up in eBay. He's like a power seller, and he's been doing that for absolutely years. So that is what he does, and I used to pack up all the parcels and sort out parcels with the courier, and I used to answer all the messages on eBay. I used to list the items. I used to go and look at jobs with my dad, and it was really cool. There could be jobs, really like unusual things. So like an IT company went into administration, my dad would buy all the desks and computers. And then there was also a baby shop in Westfields in Shepherd's Bush that went bankrupt, and me and my dad got all the stock and sold it all on eBay. So yeah, he sells basically everything, and that is what I do. See Millie the cat in the video for a while. Have you still got her? Now a lot of people ask me this. When I had Ellie, we were in a 1-bedroom flat, and it was really hard work with 2 cats. And my cats are not just cats that kind of sleep all day. They used to fight with each other like crazy and wake Ellie up, and they would at 3 o'clock in the morning be running around the flat, and it just got a bit too much. Obviously we didn't know we were moving up when we had the flat, but at that time my mum's cat passed away, Jen. If you've been following me for ages, you would know who Jen is. But she was absolutely devastated, as we all was. So I offered her to have Millie, and at first she was like, oh no, I can't have Millie, like it will never replace Jen. And Millie's never replaced Jen, but it kind of took my mum's mind off it, and she absolutely loves her, and she's got the house to have her, so Millie can run around. She absolutely loves the garden there. So yeah, she's very happy at my mum's, and I see her every single week. Why did you choose the name Ellie? Were there any other names in mind? I was really stuck with names, girl names. I really loved Sophia, so if Ellie wasn't going to be called Ellie, she was going to be called Sophia. But Paul wasn't keen on Sophia for some reason. I don't actually know the reason. So I said, you know, I had a lot of input with my pregnancy, and I kind of chose everything from the nursery. So I done the brave decision and let Paul choose the baby's name, and he come up with Ellie, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was very girly and pretty, and it definitely suits her. So that is how we chose Ellie. How do you budget your finances? Now, we are not experts. We, you know, are kind of like everyone else, that we do have debts to pay and things like that. But when it comes to finances, we don't go out a lot, even though it looks like we've gone on some holidays in the past. We don't go out a lot. Paul is always working, so obviously it helps with his income, and now that I'm working. But with food shopping, we kind of stick to a budget. Also, I do help that buying in bulk helps with finances, especially when it comes to like nappies and wipes. That really helps. Do you follow a cleaning routine? If so, what is it? Now, I'm going to do a separate video on my cleaning routine, because it's very different to what people do, but it's just worked for me. And I'm not going to go too much into the cleaning routine now, because this video will be really long, so stay tuned for that. Are you and Paul engaged? If so, when would you like to get married? Now, this was asked like back last year, so this was before people knew we was getting married. But yes, we are engaged. We are getting married this September, 23rd of September this year. Can you do hairstyles? If so, what is your favourite hairstyle to do, and will you do it when Ellie is older? I am really rubbish when it comes to hair. I literally know how to straighten my hair and curl my hair. I also love using hot rollers, but I can't do French braids. fish towels. I would love to be able to do fish towels and French braids. I've still got to learn that. But yeah, I'm pretty rubbish when it comes to hairstyles. That's why I usually have it down and usually straight, but today I've got it just kind of like waves. But yeah, when Ellie's older, I'd love to kind of put like pigtails and little plaits in her hair. I can do like a normal plait, but I'd love to be able to do French braids. Hi Katie, you're probably going to get asked this one a lot, but how many children would you like? I would love to have 3 children. If I did have a boy next, I would be more than happy with like a girl and a boy, but I would love to have 3 kids. My mum had 3 kids and I just think that's such a lovely little number of children. When do you think you'll take Ellie's dummies and how will you take them? At the moment, we only give dummies to Ellie when she has a nap or when she goes to bed at night. During the day, she never really has a dummy unless she's really kind of cranky and really tired. So I'm quite happy with how that's going. Obviously, I will get her off the dummies very soon. But for now, it's like a comfort thing and she doesn't have it all the time. Hi Katie, I would just like to ask, when will baby number 2 be on the cards for you and Paul? And are you making YouTube your job or have you got another job? So baby number 2, this was one of the most requested questions of my life. It is so hard when you plan your second one because you want like a certain age gap between your first and the second, but then things get in the way, such as the wedding. I have been so broody for ages now and I feel like everyone around me is getting pregnant, and I do feel like I am ready for a second baby, but I do want to wait until after the wedding just because obviously I want to fit into my dress. I think, well, we've only got 6 months left to the wedding now, so I think we can wait off another 6 months, and then as soon as the wedding is finished, we will start trying for baby number 2. I answered about the job, but I do obviously have YouTube as a part-time job as well, which I absolutely love and I'm so grateful for. Before Ellie was conceived, what birth control did you use? I was on the pill for quite a few years until after my 21st birthday I came off it. I really didn't like the pill. It really made me aggressive and angry, and I didn't actually realise until Paul told me, and as soon as I come off the pill I was like back to myself, and I did conceive Ellie very quickly, and yeah, that is basically how we conceived Ellie. What is the hardest part about being a mum? I would say the hardest part of being a mum is the guilt. Every single day I experience guilt, like everything. If Ellie falls over, like the other day she slipped over in the shower and I felt so guilty. I felt like I could have done more, and just something like that, I'm just forever feeling guilty. Sometimes if I'm really tired and I put I don't know, chips and chicken nuggets on and beans, I will go to bed thinking, oh my god, I should have gave her a proper meal. I'm just forever feeling guilty, but it's pretty natural. I know a lot of mums feel it as well, so if you are worried about that, then it's just one of those natural things. Hi Katie, I love your videos. Do you ever plan on visiting the US? I would love to visit America. I went when I was 14 or 15. I went to Florida for 3 weeks with my dad, and it was probably one of the best holidays I've been on. Everything about America I love. The people, the food, the atmosphere. There's just so much to do there. I just love the US. Obviously there's loads of areas as well in the US, so but yeah, I hopefully will be returning in a few years. What are your tips for making good YouTube videos? When I started off YouTube, I didn't have a good camera. I think I used a webcam, but I just think it's really important to film what you love. So if you love makeup, then film about that. If you love anything to do with parenting or your family, film that, film your memories, and also just be very real and not fake. Just be who you are, because these are the reason why you have people watching you, is because they want to watch you. Also, obviously, if you are starting out, then don't get a really expensive camera, because down the line you can invest into that. I think, like I said, I was using a webcam, and then I went a bit higher in cameras. Lighting, I don't use any lighting, sorry, my phone is like constantly pinging off. I don't use any lighting. I just like to film in daylight. I think that's really, really important because everything just looks so much better in daylight. Also, to have a good editing software. I think before I had iMovie, I used Windows Movie Maker 7 or something. I can't remember, it's been years. But that actually wasn't too bad. It was kind of very basic and you were able to trim your videos and put them together and export, I think. I can't really remember. But there are my little tips if you are trying to start. It's working at all. Being at home now with the beautiful Ellie, thank you. I love being a stay-at-home mum. If I could be a stay-at-home mum forever, then I would love to do that. Like, every day I get to see my little girl, and I'm so, so grateful because I know a lot of mothers do have to return back to their work and they find it very, very hard. So I'm very grateful that I can do that. But on the plus side, I can still make money from YouTube and my other job with my dad, so I'm very, very, very lucky. What would you say to an 18-year-old who wanted a baby? Is it as hard as everyone says it is? I think every mother's different. I think you are never ever ready for a baby. Like, as much as I thought I was, and from when I was little I always wanted to be a mother. I always wanted to have a baby, and I could have had a baby at a really young age, but I decided to go to college, finish school, and I took me and Paul's relationship quite slow, even though we was together for 5 years after we had Ellie, or 6, maybe 7, I can't actually remember. But obviously I was with Paul for a very long time. It would be 9 years next month. It'll be 9 years next month. So obviously I know that I'm in a good relationship, and I kind of wanted a bit of a career first, even though I was working with my dad. I think I was working for 3 or 4 years, but it is very hard. Some mothers say, you know, it's easy, I could do it again, but I am being truthful, it is very, very hard work. And there are days where I think, oh my god, my life before Ellie, you know, I could wake up whenever I wanted, I could go out clubbing with my friends, all stuff like that, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I love being a mum, and I've always wanted to be a mum, so my wishes basically come true. But it is very hard dealing with guilt and tantrums and newborn and being up all night, but you just have to be thankful for what you've got, and it does get easier. Even though you have stages with a baby, you know, newborns are quite a challenging age, and then it gets a bit easier. But yeah, I'm going to be truthful, it is very, very hard work. Are you planning on having any more kids in the future? If so, would you like a boy or another girl? So yes, we would like children. I would love either sex. I would love obviously a little boy, a little brother for Ellie, but I'd also love a little girl for Ellie. I always wanted a sister, so I'd be very, very over the moon if we did have another girl. I really enjoy your cooking videos. Would you consider making some more? I get asked this quite a lot actually, and I am not a very good cook. I try, like, if someone challenges me, like Mum's Eye View, I think I cooked 2 things for their channel, and I never ever thought I'd be able to do it, and I was quite surprised with myself. So I would like to make some more videos. If you would like any kind of cooking videos, whether it's like kids meals or baking, then leave a comment down below and I will try my best to do that for you. What's your most favourite thing you've done this year so far? I would say going on a cruise with my family. It was such an amazing experience, and obviously we were very, very lucky to have such a amazing opportunity. I've been on a cruise before, but I think I was 13 or 14, so I couldn't really remember it. And this was Paul's first time being on a cruise, and he really, really enjoyed himself. Stopping off at all the countries that we stopped off was just beautiful, like countries that I'd never even think of visiting, and I'm just so glad that we had that opportunity. So yeah, I would say that has been the highlight of this year so far. Hi Katie, I'm 21 weeks pregnant with my first child. I was wondering, how long did it take you to get into a routine with Ellie? I didn't really get into a routine with Ellie until she had her own room. So she was, I think she was 10 or 11 months. Because we were living in a 1-bedroom flat, it was really hard to keep to a routine because Paul worked nights, so he was sleeping during the day, and I would find it really hard to put Ellie in her cot because of the 1-bedroom flat. So we found it really difficult. She wasn't a really good sleeper during the day as well, which I quite struggled with. So it wasn't until she got her own bedroom that she got into a routine. So if you do want to get your baby into a routine quite early, and obviously you can't put a newborn baby into a cot, but the earliest you can put them in, whether they're like 4 months old, then definitely try their own bedroom, because I really do think that helps. If you ever got more pets in the future, what would they be and what would you name them? I love dogs, but I just don't think I could have a dog with the responsibility with walking them, and I just think because we've got a cat as well. So yeah, but I do love Dalmatians. I think that's one of my favourite dogs, is a Dalmatian. I really love Labradors as well, but yeah, Dalmatians are my absolute favourite. I'm not sure what I'd call him and her. Probably something from 101 Dalmatians. Pongo, is it? Yes, Pongo. I also love kittens, as you know, but it's just with a baby, the baby comes first, and when Ellie wasn't here, Tilly and Millie were like my little babies, so I feel bad that I don't obviously give her as much attention as I did. So yeah, can you please do some more day in the life videos? I know you guys love day in the life videos, and I love filming them. They're very hard work to edit because it's literally filming your whole day, but I know that you guys love them, so I'm definitely going to try and film one next week for you. Do you have a weekly budget for food and clothes? When it comes to clothes, I usually only buy clothes if like I really need them. So if I've got like a party or event to go to, then I would buy them, or if I had a bit of money from birthday or Christmas, then I would go. But I tend to ask for vouchers, and I kind of buy a lot of clothes from like Primark, and have a massive splurge in Primark with my vouchers, and it will kind of last me like that season. So I haven't really got a budget, just when I can, I do buy clothes. If I'm going on holiday, then I have a little splurge. When it comes to food, we usually spend £80 to £90 a week on food, and sometimes we do buy stuff in bulk like nappies as well, so it does vary every single week. Are you still hoping to buy a house in the future? We would love a house. At the moment we are living in a flat, and I really like it here, but obviously in the future I would love a house with a garden. So yeah, obviously in the future we would. It's just very hard with mortgages and deposits and stuff, and with the wedding we kind of want to focus on the wedding, and then that will be our main priority after. What do you dislike about YouTube? One thing I don't like on YouTube is the dislike button. I think it's really unnecessary, and not just with my videos, with everyone else on YouTube. If they upload a video, within 1 minute they have a thumbs down button, and I just think, why do people watch that video if they don't like it, if that makes any sense? I think that's one of the things I don't really like, and obviously all the judging and criticising and stuff, but I've kind of learnt to just rise my head above it, and I take no notice of people like that now. What is your favourite song? I absolutely love Justin Bieber, and What Do You Mean? It's been out for absolutely ages now. I absolutely love it. When I hear it come on, me and Ellie like go crazy, so that's probably my favourite song. And I really like Rihanna, Work. Really like that one. Hi Katie, I'm thinking of entering into the YouTube world, but nervous of what people who know me are going to say. How did you overcome this feeling? I was dreading when this was going to happen to me. I have started YouTube for absolute ages. I think I've had it for about 5 years, and no one knew about it except from Paul and my mum, and I really liked it that way. I felt like, you know, no one was judging me, no one was watching. But now pretty much everyone that I know knows that I do YouTube, and at first I was so embarrassed and I didn't really want to continue with YouTube, but I thought, do you know what, I'm going to continue it because I've come so far. I really love it. I've got amazing memories for Ellie, and this is the reason why I do it. I want to document Ellie's life. So I think it's quite nice as well that my family can watch Ellie without kind of, you know, if they missed seeing her for a week, they can see what she got up to, or if they didn't come on a holiday with us, it's like they're there because they can watch it all. And I know that Paul's family and my family watch all the time, so they support me. So just kind of rise above it and just be confident. Hiya, I'm also called Ellie. If you could invent any ice cream flavour of your choice, what would it be? God, pretty much all the ice creams are invented that I love. I really love syrup, and I know it's really bad for you, and obviously I don't know if there is ice creams with syrup in it. Obviously you can get like syrup sponge puddings and syrup pancakes, but is there a syrup ice cream? I'd probably invent something like that. It'd be very sickly though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Favourite makeup product you'd recommend? I love my foundation. I can't go without my foundation. I don't wear makeup every single day. I only wear makeup if I'm going out or I'm filming. But I couldn't live without... Oh, I like bronzer as well. Foundation or bronzer? Oh, it's really hard. But my favourite foundation is the Bourjois Healthy Mix, and I really like the Bourjois Chocolate Brick bronzer thing. They're like my favourite all-time makeup. What would you call your future children if you are wanting more kids? I really love the name Harry, like I said. I like Ollie. I really love Olivia for a girl. Really love Olivia. And I like Sophia. Is being a mummy what you expected it to be like? How are you managing your anxiety? Being a mum is very hard work. Like I said, when I was pregnant, I was so ready for it. I had everything. I read all the books. I went to all the classes. But until you've had a baby, like, you're never ready. Your life completely changes for the better. But yeah, I didn't think it would be this hard work with because you're constantly like making dinner, cleaning up, changing them, showering them, feeling guilty at the same time, making sure they've got enough play and education in them. And then even when I go to bed, I'm still like wide awake thinking of Ellie and stuff that I could have done better, and it's very hard work. And how are you managing your anxiety? I suffer with terrible anxiety to the point where I have got sick, like physically sick over it, and I do get quite ill. But I'm not going to go into it too much. I might do a separate video on anxiety because I know that a lot of mums have actually got anxiety and they do find it quite hard to go out and meet new people. But yeah, I'm not managing my anxiety amazingly. I do actually have to go to the doctors because I do feel like I need to talk to someone about it. I have a daughter who's 7 months old. I'm a new mummy. Do you think it's safe if I leave her in front of the tablet or laptop to watch cartoons? When Ellie was at that age, I never gave her my phone or anything, but I would stick on nursery rhymes. I remember she was obsessed with nursery rhymes at that age. Just seeing the colours. I think it was just on YouTube. I put in favourite famous nursery rhymes or something, and she loved it. She loved the music, the colours, and I wouldn't stick her in front of it, but obviously it was there if she wanted to watch it, and I would only let her watch 15 to 20 minutes of it. But now now she's 2, she does go on the tablet a bit more, or my phone, obviously with supervision, and it's usually like learning apps, or she does watch the occasional Peppa Pig or Ben and Holly, but she still loves nursery rhymes and like learning apps. And I think it's okay as long as you monitor them and you give them certain times, then I don't think any harm's done. My question is there anything you really struggle with when it comes to housework or Ellie? Mine is laundry. I absolutely hate washing up. I don't mind doing anything else. I don't mind hoovering, doing laundry, but I hate washing up, and that's one thing I miss about the old place, is I had a dishwasher. But other than that, I don't actually mind cleaning. I quite enjoy it, which is a bit sad.